Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please hit share and subscribe to my channel? It helps other people know when I post videos. And before we get started, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first. Well, today marks the end of week 129 weight loss results or weight loss update. So I'm not having a very good week. I gained a few pounds. I blew my weight back up to 222. And so what we got going on for this coming week, we decided we're going to do another egg fast starting on Monday. And hopefully we'll have a successful few days. We're going to do that for 3 to 4 days. We're planning on doing an egg loaf, some Instant Pot hard-boiled eggs, some scrambled eggs, some fried eggs, and chapels. And that's pretty much going to be our meal plan, how we're going to attack the carbs that I picked up this week. Now, what went on with the carbs this past week? My wife and I are both retired and on Social Security, and when your money runs out at the end of the month, it's a long time before you get another check. And I try to budget out my food and my money accordingly, but this month has been a little tough on us. And then I got to, by stretching the budget out, I make stuff like pasta and stuff like that so I can get an extra meal out of it for my wife and myself. So that's the reason why I went off kilter a little bit. But we didn't gain all that much. We only gained about 4 or 5 pounds, which is really bogus. But the thing of it is, my belly feels more bloated than anything else. So I want to get back on track. I got an appointment coming up on the 15th for a physical. And I'm going to try to push my weight to around 215, 212 when I go to see my doctor. And so when I go see my doctor, I'll ask for a complete new series of blood work and, make sure I'm in compliance with the 130 plus pounds of weight loss that I've had over the last 2.5 to 3 years. And I want to make sure everything's all set. The only issue I'm have going on right now as far as my health is concerned, the same issue that's been going on right along, the lymphedema in my right leg is swollen. I'm going to ask her if she could push out through the insurance company for a leg pump to help me out with that. And of course, the dry skin that I always have. And other than that, it's pretty good. My dry skin underneath the bottom of my feet, they've been healing up pretty nicely. I've been trying to take care of them a little bit better. I've been going out walking the best I can. I went walking a few times this week, and I feel pretty good about that. And went out walking this morning on a Sunday morning. This past Friday and Saturday, it got down to negative 13 in our city overnight, and it was quite cold. I didn't go walking Saturday morning. Friday, we did the bingo charity Friday night. She only had 121 people. I did play. I decided not to, because we had a small crowd, we had enough help on the floor. I did win 100. It was funny because Charlotte, I needed 70, and she says G70. So it was pretty funny, but I had it by myself anyways, and my wife won 50. So we made a little bit of money on Friday night. And then, of course, yesterday being Saturday, and because I'm filming this out Sunday, we ended up doing our grocery shopping at a local store, Market Basket, and now I'm all set for my egg fast. So what we got going on after the egg fast, we're going to go clean keto for the balance of the month. And I'm going to start counting my carbs the way I used to, and try to keep the 25 carbs or less. And that central heating system that just went off, that's been kicking in all day, all night, and that's because it's been very cold. Now I'm going to put my glasses on so you might see a little reflection in my eyes. That's why I don't wear my glasses when I do film too much anymore, because of the reflection drives me crazy when I'm looking at it. So last Tuesday, we had a pop-up event, and what that basically means is he'll just say, dream of something. I go, we're gonna be having a pop-up event. And so this particular event was sledding for the kids, because we had enough snow on the ground, okay? So I got a message from the emergency management office. Ron, are you doing anything? And this is at 10 o'clock in the morning, mind you, and the event's like at 4 in the afternoon. Can you come down and help us out? I need some help, making cookies. And I didn't know what I was doing, so they showed me what they needed me to do, and I go, yeah, I'll be happy to. So I go down there. So then I decided, well, why don't I just go down there and do that? And when they had the event that night, I went out, I helped set up a little bit, and I was passing out hot chocolate and cookies to the kids, and I kept making runs back and forth to the canteen, and it was really, really cold. My fingers froze up, and they had the wrong kind of gloves on. So next time I go out, I make sure I wear the right clothing and stuff like that. I think I might have talked about this in my last video, but I want to share with you something that I got for the city. Now, we don't often. In fact, I hardly ever get paid, and wouldn't know when I would expect to ever get paid. So when I didn't get paid, but I got something even better than money. I got a personal thank you from the mayor. So I'm going to read you what it says. This is the thank you letter that I got right here. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to read it to you. It's on an official city letter document. It's dated January 26th. It says, "Dear Ron," he always called me by Ronnie because that's him and I grew up together like that. But I always refer to my name as Ron. I would like to thank you for volunteering your time, baking cookies, and making hot chocolate for the pop-up sledding event at the Francis Drake School or Hill. That's where it actually was. The kids and the parents had a great time. This event could not have been a success without your help and the many others who also volunteered. And it's signed by Dean Mazzarella, Mayor Leominster. So I'm keeping this for my personal records, the letter. I took a snapshot of it, and I'll share it behind the screen. I'm using the green screen today. And so I thought that was really classy of the mayor. He often does stuff like that for the city. And, like I was telling him this morning, I went walking and I stopped at the Main Street Cafe this morning, my favorite stop and shop, my one-stop shop in the morning when I'm walking or any time of day. Really nice atmosphere in there. He was actually happy to have been there, and I was talking to him for a little while. He was playing some Frank Sinatra music and cracked me up. And that was part of myself because I didn't get a treat or anything like that. Because usually when I go in there, I might get a muffin or something like that. But this morning I just got a coffee, and here's the little card that I got, and I had 10 stops or more. Girls write off a little check mark, and you get a free coffee. And so I thought, I'll use my free coffee this morning, and then I gave the girl a $2 tip anyways, and just sat down and talking to a couple of people that were there this morning, and and talking to the mayor about the city and how clean it is. I was walking down the streets of Leominster this morning, and Mark does a really good job just picking up the loose trash all over the city, and some of the noise you're hearing is my wife's cleaning up the mess from the dinner today. And, we have apartment noise, and my room has been that I'm filming is to the right of me is behind there is the wall where the washing machine blares away all day long. And it sounds like a rocket ship taking off. So if you hear noise like that in the overhead central heating system, it's nothing I can really do about it. Of course, then you got cars going by all day, either touring or that loud music that they play. And so this is what we deal with every day living here, and it is what it is. But I just deal with it and just bear with me with these videos that I try to film. I try to time it when it's quiet and stuff like that, but sometimes it's really, really hard. So we're going to be doing an egg fast next week. We're going to start it Monday. Today we're going to be filming out 3 or 4 meals for the week, and I'll explain to you what we're going to make, and the amounts and everything. And when I'll have another video about the egg fast and the rules and all that stuff there. Yeah, there's actually rules that to follow along. I've done these egg fasts plenty of times. It got to the point where I was so sick of eggs, I thought I was going to start cackling like a chicken, but I found an easier way for me to have the eggs in an actual enjoyable way that I actually like the eggs. And when we get to the videos for the egg fast, I'll explain all that. But and then I've been going into a lot of lives lately, YouTube lives, and I'm just curious how other people do their weight loss journeys and how they got live channels set up on YouTube and what they talk about. And I've been wanting to do my own lives, and we are going to do my own live at some point. I'm just thinking about what night would be appropriate for me to do. How do I do a live? How do I set up the camera for a live? How do I set up a thumbnail for YouTube live? Those are some of the things I'm not too sure about. What would I even talk about by myself if people wanted to join me? How many people would actually join me? Maybe 1, 2. I don't know. I won't know unless I try. But when I do my first live, I'll probably just talk about myself, my journey, in my whole life history, where I've been, where I want to go, how I envision my future. And we'll see how it goes after that. And then after that, I'll probably pop in and do some more lives when I feel comfortable doing that. And then maybe start doing a live cooking show once in a while and show you what I eat for a meal, that type of deal, how to cook shackles. Yeah, and I did a really nice, awesome video. I did about 3 or 4 recipe videos this week. I got them up on my channel. I did a cookie recipe. I did peanut butter cookie recipe using Teddy's peanut butter. What else? The cheesecake, the strawberry cheesecake one. That came out really good. Next time I make a cheesecake, though, I'm going to scale it down to 1 or scale it down to half so I can just get 1 meal out of it and not like 2 or 3 meals for the whole week. But that was probably another reason, too. I picked up a lot of weight this past week. But, like I said, it is what it is. Life is about the journey, and weight loss is no different than the journey. But so that's what we got going on this week. Oh, we completed Derek's step challenge. We ended up with 89,000 steps, or pretty close, or 87,000 steps for the month, or something like that. I have the capture, probably share about the timeline. And we're not going to be doing another step challenge probably till about March or April when the weather starts getting a little bit better. Because I like doing a lot of street walking, and if the sidewalks aren't properly cleared for me, I got to go out in the middle of the road, and I don't like that's unsafe for me to do. And but we're definitely going to try to push within the next couple of months. Like April or May. I'm thinking my goal is to get 100 walking miles in for the month, and I haven't yet to do that during the course of my journey. When before I blew up my hip there back in June when I had it replaced last year, I came close last year in May. I hit 87,000 miles, and I'm going to do that this coming year. I feel very confident in when I get enough sleep, I'm not in any pain, and make sure you drink plenty of water, electrolytes, and make sure you bring plenty of water with you when you go walking, because you don't want to run into that situation. And I put on my Spotify playlist, and I'm in my own little world. I pray as I'm walking. Thank God every day I get up. Thank God I live through my day. And, guys, just deal with it. Don't pay attention to what's going on in the news. I keep telling people that. I just, I pop on the local news in the morning for the weather, local sports, and anything local going on that you need to be concerned about. And after about 3.5 minutes, it gets shut off the rest of the day because I don't want to hear it. So, and that's how I've been successful, because I don't want to be depressed. Why work yourself up over something that, you have no control over, But we do have control over our eating habits in our life, and I would suggest just keep on with your journey and don't give up. I certainly am not going to give up. But I guess I don't know. I don't think I got anything else to say. Like I said, other than a few places that I went to, like the Doyle Estate and the usual places I go. I'll put some photographs and stuff behind me. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about Thursday. I almost forgot about Thursday. Thursday was Groundhog Day, and in our city we do with the plastic pink flamingo. And Mr. Featherstone invented the. I believe that's what his name was. Anyhow, he invented the plastic flamingo in our city, the ones you see all over the front lawns. And in a place called Union Products over here on Lancaster Street. Now, I had made those flamingos back in the 70s when I was working there. And anyhow, every year for the last 5 years, I believe Dean said in his, when he was doing the morning thing, every Groundhog Day, just like they have up in Philadelphia, about 7:45, he's out there in his shorts and his pink flamingo outfit, and he predicts whether or not we have 6 more weeks of winter, which we did, of course. And the sun comes over the horizon on the east, the north, southeast, when it comes up on the east over the woodblock building that he referenced. And of course, we didn't see the shadow, and so we have 6 more weeks of winter. And there was a few people there, maybe about 15, 20 people. Sometimes more in the past. A lot of people on the work morning, they go to work in the morning, they have a good time to stop. But I did film it for the studio, and I'll have the video behind this video. And then the thumbnail photograph, the first event that I filmed with him, how you could clearly see how big my face was, and then a couple of other ones, and the newer one that we took that day. And you could clearly see the amount of weight that I lost, But I'm just trying to keep everybody encouraged. I continue to put up good morning quotes and, the quotes throughout the day to inspire as many people as I can. It's not really about me. My goal was all along, if I could just inspire one person to get out there and get healthy. And, I feel like I've been very, very blessed. And so I picked up probably about 20 new subscribers this past week. So I want to thank you for the newest subscribers. Since I changed my name from Ron's Weight Loss Journey to Ron's Keto Café, I picked up about 40 new subscribers. And and then speaking of subscribers, Daniella Joy and I, we settled on a date for a live with Daniella. Daniella is another YouTube lady. She's a marvelous lady. I talked to her many, many times. Did a live video with her and Stephy and my, I think it was your Pal Misty, if I recall. And her and I are going to do one, just her and I, on the 19th of February. So be watching for that. And she lives out in Alberta, Canada. So, and then Alan there, another YouTuber that I was watching last night and I've been following, he wants to do a live with me. And I just did a recent live with Tom and Mike on their show that they do. And it's been fun. They're just, listening to what other people say and how they cook their meals and how they film. And so I'm really privileged to, help anybody out that I can. If you want me to film something, if you want me to make something, you let me know. And if I can afford it and I have the money and I have the ingredients, I'll make it. And so anyway, that's all I got to say. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And love you guys. We'll be watching for the egg fast update and all that good stuff.
All right, I can explain this. All right, you ready? Okay, let me try to explain this. Let me go now. So, just so you know, this is a jacket that Joe Goodhue gave me. So Joe Goodhue used to wear this once in a while, and I'd say, Joe, I really like that jacket. And many years later, he came in, took his jacket off, and left it on my desk. So Joe Goodhue was a very artistic guy, very creative. He many, many years ago, you only made pizza at home by making your own dough, and right, it was a very lengthy process. It's a grandma kind of thing. And then Joe invented frozen dough. And it was the first frozen dough that you would see in the supermarkets. It was like potato buds. It came at a time when, everyone was starting to work and moms, dads were out working, so we needed that fast kind of thing. So he came out with bread dough. It was a little blue box, but Joe also owned where CVS is on Central Street, and he was very much an entrepreneur. He's a very creative guy, and he actually went to what's it called? The place that you work out down, not Global, the other one down and next to where the roll-on used to be. What's it called? Come on, Orchard Hills. So he actually used to work out in his 90s. See, I was just testing you all, see if you guys can remember. And he actually used to work out there until he was in his, till his 90s. So very creative guy. He was an entrepreneur, owned a bunch of businesses. He had a business down the street where they used to sell boat docks. And just a cool guy. So it was really the coolest thing to get this jacket. So anyway, that's the story behind that. The other part of the story is, for years I watched this little rodent, this rat, and I am deathly afraid. How many years did you go down to see the rat?
We've been 8 times, but I've been celebrating since 1992.
All right, well, I've been looking at that slimy rat, looking around thinking, why would all these people go? And the guy's holding the thing like it's the Easter Bunny. He's holding the rat. And there's cameras all over the place, everywhere. And I'm thinking, how couldn't he see his shadow? It's impossible, there's too many. So we decided the flamingo is iconic. Once that rat goes away, nobody puts a rat on their front lawn, right? Nobody does it. Nobody goes to the store and says, yeah, I'll have that rat. I want 2 of those. And it all goes away for another year, and he gets his 15 minutes of fame. The iconic flamingo from Featherstone that's really the measurement. It's colorful, it's happy, it doesn't move, it's iconic, and people want that on the front lawn. So I said, we just need to start our own tradition. And I dressed myself, just in case you want to know. And this is from Alan's department store. He made me a little sweatshirt. I think he knew it was going to be cold today. We want to thank Mr. Credit Union. Look at them over there, all this up. Wow. We got crowd control here today, press here today. This is amazing what's going on here. So anyway, huh? I admit, I dressed myself. Nobody dressed me. So anyway, if you got up really early this morning, the sky was beautiful. It was actually pink. Anybody see it this morning? I need some people to agree with me. Did you see it? It was beautiful, and I thought, oh, like this is going to be 6 weeks, 6 more weeks of winter. But I thought, wow, it's predictable. And people were actually calling me saying, you don't even have to go out there today because the sun's going to be out. Well, lo and behold, I came here to put the flamingo out. Good morning.
Good morning.
I came to put the flamingo out this morning, drill a little hole in the ground, stick the peg in, and the sun was coming up, and I called Wendy. I said, I think the sun might be up early today. I'm going to go over there a little bit early just in case. And lo and behold, we're right on the edge here. And as soon as the whistle, so the gauge of where the sun is the whistle from the fire station. So when that goes off, we'll know. Because the sun comes right above the wood block over there, comes right above it at the perfect time. The only problem is there's like an edge right there. And it could be we'll see the sun or we won't. So we know what happened to the rat this morning. He got up, they fed him a few peanuts or whatever, brought him down, threw him in a hole. He came out 2 seconds later. They'll pack everything up. People go drinking, and that'll be the end of the day for a year. But the flamingo, that lives forever. Everybody loves the pink flamingo. So anyway, what time do we have? This is like very stressful, very tense. What time?
8.
All right, well, let's wait for the whistle. I hope the whistle goes off. If not, I'm in trouble. We'll be here all day.
Right now.
What's that?
I think we're on a call right now.
Yeah, but the whistle goes off automatically. I don't know how many years I've been doing it. How many years? 8 years we've been doing it. So there you go. So this is now tradition. So no matter where, some years we come out and the snow is like that, and other years we've come out and there's no snow. But one thing it always is cold. That I can tell you, it's always cold. So I think, is it officially? There it is. Oh, look at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No shadow. Spring is around the corner. Celebrate. Yay. Early spring. Early spring. 2 seconds later, the sun will come out, but that's okay. So we're going to have an early spring. So there you go. Step right up and take all the pictures you want. Look at that, right on the edge. Look at right over there, blue sky. So close. This is why the flamingo is so much more important. This doesn't happen in Pennsylvania. It doesn't. So the rat now, they've just put him back out, let him run around, and that's it. They'll go catch another one the day before, catch him with a hoop, stick him in a cage.
Like, what am I doing, sir? I don't want to be here.
So hopefully we'll have ice for the Saturday and Sunday. I got my skates. I'll be on there. Hey, thanks for coming.
All right, thank you.
See you next year. I'll be dressed the same way.
Yes, you will.